So we're just getting the buttons ready for the show here. Hank showed up. Jody's here. We're getting ready for this. This is it. This is it, guys. Are you excited?
What about limited edition buttons?
Limited edition buttons? I think you have to actually find us on the floor to get these buttons.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
That's how limited they are.
We have 5.
So this version, which has all 4 faces on it instead of the individuals, because last year Tony would only give away his button, and we had a lot of Hank and Jody left over.
Yep, sure did.
You know what? I've been wearing your Expo button like almost every day to work on one of my jackets. Okay, everybody loves it, and they're like, "That doesn't look like you." I'm like, "What am I going to wear my own thing?" I'm like, "Sure, no." Hey, I am here with Amy Acker, Sask Expo, Saskatoon. You can see the credits behind me. So many, some of my favorites. Alias, Con Man, and even because I'm a huge fan of Scooby-Doo, you did a few Scooby-Doo on there too, I see. So tell us everything that you've done so far. What has been your favorite thing?
Oh, okay. I like you're like, tell us everything you've done so far.
Tell us everything.
It's too hard to choose one. I mean, Angel has a pretty special place in my heart because it was my first job, and doing that show led to so many other wonderful experiences, and getting to work with Joss and the whole cast there. And Person of Interest has also been a real favorite, just the people that I've gotten to meet from the show, and it's
awesome.
good.
And all the fans that are coming, I'm sure their #1 show, Angel and Person of Interest, are coming to see you for that. What is in the works now? Anything coming up we need to know about?
Oh gosh, well, I'm waiting for the next exciting thing to happen. I've been working on developing some stuff with some people, and I'm about to shoot a little indie movie, which will be fun. But yeah, that's it.
So how has it been in Saskatoon so far?
It's been incredible. Well, so far I've seen the inside of a convention center
nice.
and a hotel lobby.
Yeah.
So, but I'm excited to go out and adventure.
I'm here with VC Bolduc. You are a writer in Saskatoon. You just put out a book here.
Yes, I did.
What's the book called?
It's called The Firstborn.
What's it about?
It's about a kingdom that's ruled by darkness. There's a lot of magic going on in it, and two children are born to the king. One is destined to destroy it, one is destined to save it.
Awesome. Have you been writing all your life?
For the most part, yeah. I started when I was in junior high.
Yeah. This is your first novel?
It is my first novel.
How many years does it take to write a novel?
This one took me 2 years. The second one has taken me 6 months.
Oh, wow. So once you get going at it, it just like rolls off then?
Yeah, it's going great, yeah.
There was one time in my life I actually wrote out 4 pages of a book, and then I just made it a short story.
Yeah, short stories are great.
Yeah, because it was 4 pages. So
Yeah.
it was more like an outline actually. So,
Yeah.
All right, how long have you been writing for?
Probably about two and a half years.
2.5 years. Cool. Are you selling lots of books today?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Awesome. That is the best to hear. I love it when Saskatoon people sell things to Saskatoon people and people in general. Awesome. Well done. Thank you very much for coming to the con today. We're going to look forward to seeing more of your work.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Awesome.
Ho, guess what? It wouldn't be Sask Expo if Don Sparrow wasn't here. Don, new book. I see right here on the table. Tell us all about it.
New book. So this is the second collection of Don't Know Maybe So, which is my retro romance webcomic. Single panel gags, 1 a page, 28 pages full color. And so this is the second collection.
the second collection. As well as that, can people come by and, of course, have you draw their likeness?
Absolutely, yes. That's my bread and butter. I do the superhero portraits, so superhero, supervillain, and princess, basically whatever you want within reason. And I'll draw you as that person.
Is Super Hank within reason?
Super Hank is very reasonable. That's one of his superpowers.
I knew it! So here at Sask Expo, have you been every year?
I've been every year.
Every
Yes,
year.
never miss.
What is your favorite thing about coming to Expo?
My favorite thing is honestly seeing people like you, seeing my friends every year that I don't get to, a lot of excuses during the year to see. Catching up, that's kind of my favorite thing. And just seeing the fan community. This is something that didn't exist, and then fans made it exist. And it's amazing how much it's grown.
Awesome, and if people want to check out your fancy webcomic, where would they go to find that?
Yeah, so it's donsparrow.com is the easiest way. It's on the blog section of donsparrow.com.
donsparrow.com. You heard it all here at Sask Expo. All right.
Punch TV is brought to you in part by Amazing Stories, providing Saskatoon with comics, games, toys, graphic novels, t-shirts, and more for over 22 years. Online at AmazingStoriesComics.com, in person on 8th Street in Saskatoon.
So I am here with Caitlin Glass, who many of you know from, I don't know, the 2 billion voice acting credits on IMDb. Like, really, if you got to scroll like 98 times to get through them all.
Just 98.
Just 98 times.
99
So,
is too many.
out of everything you have done, what is your favorite?
My favorite is Haruhi Fujioka from Oran High School Host Club, which is a show I did back in about 2008.
2008, back in the day.
Back in the day.
Now, everybody that's coming to see you, what is the one that what's their favorite?
It's probably Haruhi and then also Winry from Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Those are the two biggest ones.
Which
yeah.
is, yes, if you Google yourself, which I'm sure you do all the time, that's what pops up everywhere. They're so famous.
Yeah, they're still, both of those shows are still really popular. They're on Netflix, so all kinds of people have seen
Everywhere.
them. I think not just anime fans, so yeah.
So now, since Netflix became such a big deal, have you noticed a huge surge in people watching the shows that you've been a part of?
I think a lot of the shows that I'm in, the company I work for has their own streaming service, so there aren't too many of our shows on Netflix, but the best ones do end up there and on Hulu and TV and things. So
Awesome.
Probably since I would credit Netflix with the continued popularity of shows like Oran and Full Metal because they're 10 years old, but people are still into them and still discovering them, and they come to anime because of those shows in particular, which is pretty rad. Yeah.
So any upcoming projects you could maybe dish out here? Anything you could tell us about?
Let's see. Well, I don't know about anything that's like secret that I couldn't tell you anyway. We have season 4 of My Hero Academia coming out in October, and I play Mina. So everybody at the studio is looking forward to getting started on that. And then I'm also an ADR director of anime dubs, and we're wrapping up Fruits Basket 2019.
Good for you.
Yeah, season 1. There'll be more later. But
and when does that come out?
It's out right now.
Oh, it's out right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's streaming on Funimation online, and then once it's complete, it should be streaming on Hulu. So they get it like after. It's 25 episodes for season 1.
Jim, what is your favorite thing about coming to expos and conventions and things?
I love meeting the fans. That's what it's about. Because we're stuck in a little booth talking to just a microphone. We never really know how this is affecting people. It's not like being in a play or the audience claps at the end or boos if they don't like it, or or being in a big film where you have premieres and interviews all the time. This is it. This is where we get to meet the people that watch what we do, and that's
Awesome.
what makes it great.
Well, we appreciate you coming, and
My
have a good
pleasure.
time at the rest of Expo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, I'm here with Jeremy. Jeremy actually does some 3D printing.
Hi, how's it going?
We're here right now. Jeremy, you got some super awesome stuff here. Now, you don't actually have a company so much as you just do this on the side?
Yeah, it's a side job. It's sort of like a expensive hobby, more like.
So I see some of the prices, and they're amazing. You're obviously not making any money on these things.
Not really. I pretty much just charge for the printing time. Some of the stuff I do, like the Thor's hammer over there, I like painted it up and everything, so I charge a little extra for that time, but yeah, I'm not making millions.
No, this is awesome. I'm actually really impressed. I've actually seen a lot of 3D printing done before in my travels, and I'm really impressed with the stuff you have here. So are you designing all these yourself then?
Some are my own design and some are just downloads online. There's a huge community online for 3D printing, and there's millions of 3D models out there, but a lot of them, I like to do my own little designs and stuff too. So
I think that's probably the funnest part, because I see things here I've never seen before. And even the Spider-Man that you've done looks amazing. And the way that the printing is done really looks good. Like even with the eyes, it's just amazing. Well done. These are amazing. So you're out of Regina?
I'm out of Regina, yeah.
Cool. Do you do stuff for like commissions and stuff like that?
Yeah, I take special orders. If you can find the 3D model or you have an idea of what you want done, then I can probably do it up.
Okay, we're gonna look for you on the internet.
Yeah, I have a Facebook page. That's where most people find me. Or Instagram. You can find me on there too.
Cool. Awesome. Okay, cool. I'm really impressed. I just wanted to talk to you to tell you that your stuff is awesome. Well done.
Thanks.
I'm here with Lori from Tiny Twins. These things are amazing. How long have you guys been making these?
We've been in business for just over a year now. We're from Regina, and we love to come to fan expos because people are excited to be dressed up and then have themselves miniaturized.
You can get your own action figure. We totally need to get Tony to do this. So what was the impetus behind getting started in this business?
I'm a dog lover, and I've always wanted my dog sitting on my desk. So it ended up becoming this business, and it was also I could have my dogs on my desk.
That is a very good reason. So what is the process that somebody has to go through to make their dog or make themselves?
Well, we're the photographers, so you step in this booth. We have approximately 120 cameras, 1,600 lights, and in a quarter of a second, we flash your picture from every angle, and from there, we can have a statue of you printed.
It's amazing. I would think that this would be an incredible cake topper for a wedding.
Yes, we've had a lot of requests for that. We have some that like to dress traditionally, bride and groom, and some that like to dress how they are.
Cool. So if somebody wants to get one of these and they aren't in Regina, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, they can go to our website. It's www.tinytwins3d.com and send us a note and we can arrange something.
Okay, we need to find Tony and get I need a Tony action figure. Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing this. This is incredible. I love it.
Thank you.
Here we are talking to Kurt. We're here right now, Moose Jaw Comics and Collectibles. This guy here has some of the best comics that I've seen in this convention.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Been a lifelong passion collecting this stuff.
So the thing I love about comics is the fact that it is a really nice way you can meet people and all kinds of stuff like that. You actually have a Facebook page where you're actually meeting people and selling comics and trading comics.
We do. We get together and trade, buy, sell. We go to wing nights. It's a really great community that's been created.
And that is really awesome. Okay, right now, most expensive comic you got here?
Giant size X-Men 1, probably $3,200.
That is amazing. Most expensive comic I own? Spider-Man, number 17, the latest issue that I bought. I'm just kidding. I love comics more than anything. I'm really glad there's actually people here at a convention that used to be just pure comic convention are still selling comics. So
Yeah, it's a neat place to be. I'm not used to everything else going on, so I'm an old school comic collector.
yes.
This is quite an experience for me.
We love seeing comics. I'm pretty sure Jody's gonna be going through all your comics and buying as many as she can. She's got her eyes on all these amazing Spider-Mans and she's buying today. She's buying. Awesome, thank you very much. I just wanted to say thank you for coming down and selling comics.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Punch TV is brought to you in part by Amazing Stories, providing Saskatoon with comics, games, toys, graphic novels, t-shirts, and more for over 22 years. Online at AmazingStoriesComics.com. In person on 8th Street in Saskatoon.
I am very excited to be here with you, Johnny, today, and welcome to Saskatoon. Is this your first time in our fair city?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Have you had a chance to actually see any of the city yet?
Not only in driving here.
Okay, so the scenic route. Okay,
Yeah.
well, the weather's supposed to be beautiful, so hopefully you'll get a
nice.
chance
Yeah, it's
while you're here. Your list of what you've done is huge. Like, you contribute your voice to a ton of stuff and also your acting ability to a lot of things. Do you find when you come to these conventions that there's one or two things that resonate with fans more than others?
Well, there's definitely a few. Well, like Power Rangers. Some of these guys up on the top row here. There's some that are the more mainstream. But it is kind of all over the place.
Yeah. Do you have a particular favorite or an experience that you had working on a certain production that you really, really enjoyed?
You know, it's a tough question because each one of them for me was like another moment in my life, another time. Like doing Power Rangers was really interesting for me because it was the first job acting-wise, you know, if you can call it acting. But and then in voiceover, again, it was like each character or anything that I did, it was like a whole different universe. So it's hard for me to choose one because I just like to play pretend for a living. And so getting to do that over and over again is just, it's hard to choose one.
Okay.
It's easier for me to tell you which ones I didn't like, but I'm not going to do that.
No, we won't delve into anything negative, of course. Now, doing voice work, I mean, there tends to be kind of two ways they go about it. Either they kind of give you the script and you read it and it's like, don't change a thing because it's already been animated, or they let you have a lot of leeway and then you can, you know, flex it out a little bit. What has been your experience most of the time?
It is both ways.
Yeah.
Definitely both ways. And it just depends on the project, really. Sometimes, and also it depends on who's in the room, the producers or whatnot, then they're more likely they're going to want you to stick to it. But sometimes if you've worked with them before, then they'll even ask you, like, what do you think about this? Does this feel like what your character would do? It really just, it depends on the role. Like Devil May Cry 5, even 4, you know, we worked on that in Japan with motion capture. And in 5, like 90% of the time, we just adjusted everything. But that was mainly because it was translated, you know, from Japanese, like a direct translation, so it was like off a little bit. And we're like, yeah, people don't talk like this.
No.
We're gonna make this sound like English, so.
Cool. So you do have some leeway to do that. And that trust factor is obviously something, if you've worked with somebody before, they're going to give you more creative license.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's more fun to do it that way too. Because it's easier for you to get into your character if you have the freedom to do that. If you're kind of limited to things, you know, and already with anime, you're limited to lip flap, you know, so you got to match. If he's crying or screaming, I've got to do that, you know, but my version of it. So it's nice to have a little bit of freedom.
The new Marvel game that just came out.
Right. Iron Fist.
Yeah, so how was that experience?
Oh, it was awesome. I got to go into a booth and yell over and over again and punch and punch. Yeah, there's a lot of call outs and shouting. It's always, I mean, it's Marvel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great to be just a part of that, you know? Definitely fun. Yeah.
Immortalized as the immortal.
Yes.
Yes, it's
Right.
really pretty great. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk with us today, and yeah, keep your dukes up. Oh! I'm very excited. I'm here with Joe Harris, and been a long-time fan, and welcome to Saskatoon. Is this your first time here?
This is my first time in Saskatoon, indeed.
Okay. Have you been to Canada much, or?
I've been to Canada a number of times, but never Saskatchewan.
Okay, well, welcome. So I am a big fan of Snowfall.
Oh, thank
Love
you.
that book. I don't see a copy of it here.
I could only bring so much with me, unfortunately. It's
Those
a heavy book.
Pesky border patrol guys, they don't let you bring everything too.
It's
So
a bit of a smuggle.
yeah, so if you haven't read Snowfall, you should definitely pick that up. It's very dynamic and very exciting. What are you currently working on that you're most excited about?
Well, right now, I actually, I'm writing this science fiction title, Surviving Nuclear Attack, for John Carpenter's publishing company, Storm King. And I also have some new creator-owned stuff that's going to be coming out in 2020 that I'm really excited about.
That's the stuff that like I get the most jazzed about, because I think you have like the most leeway with like what you can do.
Yeah,
and
well, if you're into, if you love comics, that's one thing. But if you really enjoy talented creators doing what it is they really want to do, creator-owned comics is where you want to be. So.
Totally. I mean, there are lots of publishers now that are very open and very flexible, which is great. But I think if you're behind the helm of all of it and you're making all those editorial choices yourself, then you can do exactly what you want and see your vision executed properly.
And you're also responsible for it all when it fails, but that's, no risk, no reward.
Here I am, Kim's Convenience, one of my all-time favorite CBC shows, and I love Canada television, and I'm really glad you guys are here in Saskatoon today. It's awesome.
We're totally pumped to be here.
Yes.
Actually, it's funny because this is our second visit to Saskatoon in 2 years, which has been great. And it's one of these places where, the first time we came here was for the Canadian Country Music Awards, which is kind of a genre that you would not expect Asian performers to be part of. But CBC reached out and they asked us to be presenters for it, which was a tremendous honor. And I literally thought I would never come back to Saskatoon ever again.
What? This place is the mecca of awesome.
Pause for getting something. We're at the Canadian Country Music Awards. Country music superstars are stopping and saying, "Abba!" and running over. And I'm like, what? Farmers in the stands waving. And I was like, what? And I will say, Paul and I, we have the best bro dates here. Because every time we come, we go to the theater and we watch It 1 and It 2. We did it last night. We go get a wonderful dinner and we walk around the downtown, and I always say how it's such like a lovely, wonderful place. Like everyone's so friendly, everything is so accessible. The traffic is a delight. You don't have any. Enjoy it. Enjoy it while you can. So we love this city so much.
Okay, you're here at a convention, and I know you guys both love nerdy stuff. Obviously, the Star Wars. You were shopping this morning, and I was questioning how you're going to get your stuff back, and here we are. So, okay, do you do your own cosplay?
I do. Actually, you know what? I use cosplay as a way to sort of unwind after a really, really long summer of shooting. And so, unfortunately, I don't have enough time to fabricate my own stuff. So this is actually from a company called Novos, which is a dirty word out there.
No, that's awesome. Yeah.
So I got them, but it was lovely because I got the wardrobe department at Kim's Convenience to actually tailor it to me. So this is why it looks really sharp.
Okay, that's just unfair. That's unfair. You can't be like a star and get all the stuff. This is horrible.
Don't hate the player, hate the game. Right?
That is horrible. Okay, so you're here today, the Saskatoon convention. I'm really excited to meet you both. This is like really awesome, and I'm very, very happy that you're in Saskatoon today. Thank you very much.
Thank you for
being here. Thank you very much.
We love being here.
And I always do the thumbs up.
Well, Tony, I have had an adventure. How about you?
I really am tired. That was a lot of work. That was a lot of work and a lot of fun.
So much fun. Thank you to Chris and Mike and all the gang who put on a tremendous show. We had a wonderful time. We met great people. We shared stories, and I got a bunch of amazing Spider-Man comics. So for me, it's a true win. Did you get any good loot?
I did. I bought some Star Wars action figures, but I just want to say the best part was the costumes. The people that came out today doing costumes, I guess, really awesome. And yeah, the costume play was the best.
Yeah, it is always tremendous to see the work that people put into their costumes and to meeting other people in their community, because it is a way to bond. Like that one gal was saying, like when someone recognizes who you're dressed as, especially if it's somebody obscure, it's like there's an immediate bond, you know, and you get that sense of community, and that's what an event like this is all about.
I agree. Really happy we have this every year, and I can't wait for next year.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, and in the meantime, you know what to do. Keep your dukes up.
You smell awesome.
Oh, thank you. You smell good too.
Can I have a little kiss?
Yeah, okay.
That was pretty awesome.
Oh,
Okay, so what are you gonna do later on tonight? You wanna hang out maybe, or?
Oh boy, this is a little bit forward for me, but maybe we'll just
we can head down to the sewers.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, Alfie, I gotta go and meet some people, but I really want to get together later.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Alfie.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thanks, Alfie.
You're welcome.